guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. We have a new EZA out, in Angel Golden Frieza's EZA. That means that there is another title to obtain. Now, this EZA is very, very weak. Just judging by how weak Frieza is even at this point, I do assume you could get several hundred levels into this EZA at least, I feel like, because my Videl, within the last couple of runs, did get hit by a super attack, and she only took like 180k damage. I mean, it's not like Videl is the craziest here. 198k defense, right? She gets 30% from her super attack effect, but I mean, that's basically it, right? Like, Videl does not have high defense. Videl's defenses are now very bad, essentially, unless we're counting her dodge ability too, right? Which helps even it out a little bit, but for Frieza to be hitting that, like, meagerly, it just shows that this is not really a tough EZA. The category that we're using here, Defenders of Justice, does have a lot of capable units. I feel like, look, Frieza, or Videl's still taking double digits. This is a heavily wanked Videl, too, at least in terms of support, right? Like, we have Android 17 on rotation. We also have the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So we have a lot of support around to buff this Videl up, right? But the here's the thing about Videl, though, is that she still can do stuff like this. Like, you know, when she came out in April of 2021, it's like a lot of characters weren't really doing it like her in terms of her, like, raw power and stuff like that. Oh, damn, we're gonna, yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, we're gonna one-turn this Frieza right here. Like, this is a far cry from, like, the OG Super Saiyan 4s. That's the one. The OG Super Saiyan 4s, like TUR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and TUR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, they are definitely, I think, the hardest EZ in the game. Getting to stage 77 was actually quite tough, right? Like, it was not easy by any means getting there. But, you know, this Frieza not really having those same kind of difficulties. I mean, as you guys saw, Videl just completely destroyed him. And then when it comes to the Defender of Justice category, there's a lot of free-to-play units, a lot of characters who I think could be solid. You know, like, a good example of this is Casserole, you know, the, like, Universe 11, you know, Pride Trooper character. I feel like he potentially could be fairly solid in here. If you have a lot of the Heroes characters, several of them can be very good, right? Like the Xeno Super Saiyan Goku I'm using, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito can still put in a little bit of work. Super Saiyan 4 Vegito by now has aged, right? Because, again, it's like a lot of these characters, you know, like, it's like God Event was kind of like the toughest thing at the time. So it's like, you know, the defensive levels of characters like Videl, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, a lot of characters that came out around that time, they, of course, are not really, you know, as top tier. I'd love to see Vegito's counter. Oh, he didn't counter! No! I was gonna say, I'd love to see Vegito's counter in this video as well. Yeah, see, 41k, that's... You know, I remember, like, Super 17, right? Like, EGL Super 17 and stuff like that. EGL Cell, like, these characters were taking multiple hundreds of thousands of damage from that OG Super Saiyan 4 EZA, right? And you just compare it to stages like this, and it's like, we're taking nothing. See, I just go ahead and hit auto right here. Remember, the thing with Videl, right, you just want to keep Videl in slot 1 or slot 3, and she will have the 50% chance to dodge, which can make her still effective. Videl is probably going to be a fairly capable unit for a while, in, like, Super Battle Road type stages. I feel like she'll probably be okay in Battlefield, maybe some EZAs. Like, that's probably going to be her role. Moving forward, right? You know, sort of like contributing in these types of stages. Now, of course, what we're doing here, you know, is we're going for stage 77 because there is a title that we get by clearing stage 77 of all the EZAs. You know, I'll do my usual spiel of I think it's really dumb that titles don't do anything right now, especially after the Golden Week celebration where, like, they were advertising the titles as content, right? Like, they actually put, like, in the celebration info, like, oh, you know, title missions added to the collection of epic battles, right? Title missions added to the the OG Legendary Goku event and the GT Legendary Goku event. So it's like, if they're going to be doing that, I do think making these titles do something would be very good. I think the best thing Dokkan could do is my idea to have titles buff your teams, your characters, just like they do in Legends, right? Remember, Legends is a full-on PvP game, and the titles that you get in Legends are buffing your characters even in PvP. It makes your character stronger, right? So the fact that in Dokkan, which is just PvE, the titles don't do that is kind of a bummer. Like, you know, so again, you know, you get 3 titles from these EZAs, right? Stage 30, Stage 50, and Stage 77 will all give us a title. I think, like, you know, if we just take a look at Angel Golden Frieza, right? Like, maybe, like, the Bronze Stage 30 title gives, like, Universal Survival Saga characters, you know, 50 HP or something like that. Maybe the Stage 50 title gives, like, Otherworld Warriors, like, 50 defense. And then, you know, the gold title at 77 gives, you know, Wicked Bloodline 50 attack or something like that. I feel like a system like that would actually work really, really well. And I think it would be good, you know, because it could... I feel like that would work very positively for, like, free-to-play characters, or free-to-play players, right? Yeah, free-to-play characters. No, free-to-play players, because it's like, a celebration drops, right? And typically with celebrations, the main content would be, like, you know, the banners and stuff like that. Like, that's the main, like, sort of selling point. But, like, you know, as a free-to-play player, like, you're not getting the new summable unit in, like, every single banner, every single celebration. But, like, if these celebrations would have, you know, like, these titles you could collect that would then buff stats of your characters, right? Then it's like you would be building your account up anyway. So each celebration, you would be getting stronger with titles, you know, added to, like, you know, they could keep putting titles in the celebration info, but there's actually, like, a meaningful impact from them. So it's like, let's say you're, like, a free-to-play global player that struggled to beat the Corroded Body and Mind mission of the GT Legendary Goku event, which I saw was very difficult for many people, right? Without some of the top-tier characters at the time, like Fat Janemba and stuff like that. It was, again, very difficult. But imagine if, like, you know, you could, all of a sudden, all these titles had bonuses like that, and you could go back through, you know, various EZAs and stuff like that, beating various events, acquiring these titles, and then it would just be giving you raw stats for all of your Corroded Body and Mind characters, right? So it's like, I don't know, like the INT Janemba EZA could be buffing, like, movie bosses character stats and stuff like that, right? So it's like, you know, that would be buffing your Janemba for your Corroded Body and Mind. Or maybe, like, you know, I don't know, like the AGL Majin Vegeta EZA, because you do get a title at stage 10 from the LR EZAs, right? You know, you could get that, and then that would, you know, buff, like, Super Saiyan 2 characters. So it's like, you know, you could slowly build up all of your characters in that fashion. I think that would be really good. I mean, you know, Dokkan would probably then, like, sort of, like, counteract to make, like, newer events even harder to compensate for that. But I feel like that's a good thing. Like, there would be, like, a visual indicator of your account getting, like better, your characters getting better. I mean, there is the Dokkan account power level as well, right? That's the other thing, is I think the titles could just increase your account power level. I feel like that's a very easy thing they could do as well, right? Like, boom, you know, you get each title, you know, like, bronze titles gives you, I don't know, like, 50 power level. Silver titles give you, like, 500, and then gold titles give you, like, 1,000 or something like that, right? Like, I don't see any reason they couldn't do that. Because currently the way the power level system works, I do feel like they did kind of fumble it a bit. It's scaled way too heavily towards link level characters. All right, Videl ate this. Let's see how much damage he takes right here from this. Videl takes, yeah, 156k. Are you kidding me? This Frieza is a baby. This EZA Frieza, like, this is not that is not a tough enemy, dude. 150k damage to Videl right there. Like, that's a joke. Videl, I mean, she probably had, what, like 250k defense, maybe a little bit less. No, probably a lot less, because that was a rotation of Super Saiyan 4 Vegito on rotation. No, you know, Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, or, you know, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So she would have had less defense from that, type neutral, and she still only ate that much damage. So very, very, very easy. Okay, so we can go ahead and grab our title. Again, it's not really going to buff us in any meaningful way, but we could still go ahead and grab it right there. Bam. And then again, the LR EZAs, like they have the one at stage 10. I still think, again, having these like buffing your characters would just be such a good way to go about it. But let me know what you guys think of Angel Golden Frieza's EZA. Seems like a relatively easy one. I feel like you could really get super far in this one and build up like a lot of Zenny and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.